morning, students. See, we shall continue the discussion of the yesterday's class. Elevation in the boiling point. I told you delta T equal to T1 minus T1 naught, where T1 is boiling point of solution having the non-volatile solute. T1 naught is boiling point of pure solvent. Now expression for elevation in the boiling point. Expression for delta TB. See, since it is a colligative property, what are colligative properties? They depend on number of solute particles. So here we link the number of solute particles in terms of molality. Okay? It is linked to what? Molality. What is molality? Number of moles of the solute. Number of moles of the solute in 1 kg of the solvent. So, elevation in boiling point. Delta TB is proportional to molality. Or you can say delta TB is equal to some constant into molality. M stands for molality. Here, this constant Kb is molar elevation constant, and M is molality. What is M? M is molality. You can say what is Kb? Kb equal to delta Tb, no? If M is 1. So you say like this. It is the elevation in the boiling point. Kb I will define like this. The elevation in boiling point when 1 mole solute, 1 M, is dissolved in 1 kg solvent. If this part is 1, delta Tb equal to K. So Kb is also in another name. Molar elevation constant is also in another name. Ebullioscopic constant. What? Ebullioscopic constant. M is molality. Now if you want, you can convert molality, right? From equation 1, I can convert molality. From equation 1, delta Tb equal to Kb into molality, moles per kg of solvent, correct now? Moles divided by mass of solvent in kg. So do one thing, Kb into mole can be written as mass by molar mass. W2 by M2, right? Moles. Mass of solvent in 1 kg. See, I do like this. For some other mass of solvent, if this is the mole, for 1000, how much? You have to write mass of solvent in kg. It is not in kg. It is in some other mass. So it is in 20 gram thing. For 20 gram this many mole, for 1000 how much? Is it correct or not? Because I should write mass of solvent in kg. Moles per kg. This is moles. It is not per kg, not for 20 gram, per 100 gram, for 200 gram. Then you write for 200 gram this Then N2 if you expand W2 by M. So you rearrange it. You can write like this: delta TB equal to 1000. You can take first term. TB is a constant into W2 divided by W1 into M. I think as usual earlier, molar mass of solute is given by M2 equal to, you see, again I told you like previous colligative property, molar mass and colligative property, elevation and boiling point or any other thing are reciprocal to one another. Is it correct? Reciprocal to one another. So 1000 into kb into W2 divided by W1 into delta T. So give the meaning of the terms involved. If you give the meaning of the terms involved, what are the meaning? Where M2 molar mass of solute Kb molar elevation constant in its unit K into molarity, Kelvin into kg per mole, K kg per mole, Kelvin kg per mole. This is the unit. W2 mass of solute. I told you always do for solute, one for solute. W1 mass of solvent. I think all things are covered. So one problem I worked on this. So now I told you out of 4 colligative properties, 3 mark problem must be compulsory according to the scheme of question paper setting. So that is why one question they must ask. So I will work out a problem now on elevation in boiling point. You can write this problem. Boiling point of benzene is 353.23 Kelvin. So it is what? T1 naught. 1.80 gram of non-volatile solute when dissolved in 90 grams of benzene. Okay? Try to understand. 90 grams of benzene. The boiling point is raised to. The boiling point is raised to 354.11 Kelvin. Calculate molar mass of solute. Calculate molar mass of solute. So here Kb for benzene they have given bracket Kb for benzene equal to 2.53 kg per mole. This is the question. So work out this. Formula Calculate molar mass. Formula M2 equal to 1000 kb into W2 W1 into delta T. So you do one thing, you separately calculate delta T, correct? Because they are given two separate values. I will work out here. Delta TB equal to T1 naught, T1 minus T1 naught. So 354.11 minus 352.23. So this becomes how much? 0.88, correct? 0.88 Kelvin. Okay. Now you have delta T. Other things you can substitute. 1000 into 2.53 into W2. How much from 1.8 divided by W190 into 0.88. Is it correct? So if you work out this numerator, you can write 190 50. This is 352.23, 353.11. There is a correction here. 352.23, 353.11. So it is 0.88. So if you work out this, it becomes 253 in the numerator divided by 50 into 0.88. The final answer I will write. Then do this in the calculator. 58 gram per mole. Okay? 58 gram per mole. This is what? The elevation. Sorry, molar mass of the solid. If molar mass is given, vice versa, you can also find elevation in the boiling point. If you know elevation in the boiling point, you can find boiling point of solution, because boiling point of solvent is constant. Okay, so this is about elevation in the boiling point, and now I will take depression in the freezing point. See, you can look at here. One more problem I will give you as homework, okay, on elevation in boiling point. Boiling point of your water is 99.6 degree, 63 degrees Celsius. T1 naught plus 273 you have to do. How much sucrose? C12H2211. Molar mass you have to calculate. M2 is given. Should be added to 50 gram of water such that it boils at 100 degrees Celsius plus 270. So how much sucrose solute W2 is asked here, please remember. So same formula, W2 is questioned here, Kb is given 0.52, delta Tb you have to calculate first, W1 is given 50 gram of water. Is it okay? So all are given. Molar mass you have to calculate because sucrose is given. If molecular formula is given, you can find molar mass. It may come 342. I think this is over to you. But in the annual exam, directly they ask this pattern. You can work out. This is an in-text question from the test. Okay, I will go to the next qualitative property. Third one, depression. Depression in the freezing point. Delta TF. Depression in the freezing point. Next qualitative problem. What do you mean by depression decrease. Elevation is increase, depression is decrease. What is boiling point and what is freezing point? Opposite to one another, right? Boiling point, you have to increase the temperature. Freezing point, you have to decrease the temperature. So vapor pressure is also reverse. See, what is depression and freezing point? It is also a colligative property. Okay, what is depression and freezing point? You can understand. Let T1 not be freezing point of pure solvent. Let T1 be freezing point of solution having a non-volatile solute. Is it right? Then depression in freezing point is delta TF equal to, okay, which is more, you tell me? T1 not is more. T1 not minus T1. If you want, I will tell you. With the diagram, I will tell you. This is water. So pure water. What is the freezing point? 0 degree. T1 not is 273.15 Kelvin. Think. 0 degree Celsius. Now, suppose if I put some sugar to this, what happens to the freezing point? Freezing point decreases. This is sugar solution. When you dissolve sugar into it, freezing point decreases, and T1 is say 272. Say approximately 272 Kelvin. What is the elevation? 1.15. Sorry, what is the depression? 1.15 Kelvin depression. Now, to get the depression, what to do? Higher minus lower, no? Is it correct? That is why T1 not minus T1 if I do, I will get how much is depressed. So, see the formula, delta TF is, elevation is T1 minus T1 not, depression is T1 not minus T1. This much is depressed. Okay. This also I can explain with the help of graph. Okay, I will explain the graphical representation of depression in freezing point. Graphical representation. So as usual, in the x-axis you take temperature, and in the y-axis you take vapor pressure. Now look here, you are not going to take the atmospheric pressure because you are not boiling. Now your equilibrium is similar to this, I tell you, between liquid and vapor was the equilibrium for boiling point. Now it is between solid and liquid. I tell you, vapor pressure of the liquid solvent should be equal to vapor pressure of solid solvent. Yes or no? Because I told you, boiling point is the temperature at which vapor pressure of gas, that is atmospheric pressure, equal to vapor pressure of the liquid. Correct? No? The same thing we apply here. Freezing point is the temperature at which, shall I write here? General statement. Freezing point is the temperature at which the vapor pressure of liquid solvent becomes equal to vapor pressure of solid solvent. This is called freezing point. Now you observe vapor pressure of solid solvent, pure solvent I am talking, huh? liquid and solid are same, immediately freezing is observed. This is what about water. I will show you in the graph. Your graph is now in the reverse side, huh? You are here. Your graph is in the reverse side. Vapor pressure decreases, 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 decreases. Say you have reached freezing point, 0 degree. Immediately, what is observed? Cooling. So this is a minus degree. This is 0 degree for water. This is solvent. This is D1 naught. Okay. Suppose if you consider a solvent solution, since mole fraction of the solvent is less in the solution, vapor pressure of solvent and vapor pressure of solution, if you consider, vapor pressure of solution is lesser. So at the same temperature, this will be the vapor pressure of the solution. Now you see, you are freezing the solution where mole fraction of solvent is less. Unless and until you reach the vapor pressure of solid solvent like your solvent, it will not freeze now. Since mole fraction of solvent is less in the solution, as and when you go on cooling, when you reach here, you will not reach the mole fraction of, sorry, you will not reach the vapor pressure of solid solvent, because in the solution solvent is less, mole fraction is less. So you have to further cool, further you have to cool it. Now the vapor pressure is equal to vapor pressure of solid solvent in the solution, and solution freezes at this temperature, and this is T1. And now you can say this zone, if I draw this zone, is a frozen zone. This is frozen zone, and here onwards it is totally frozen, because here only solvent is freezed. Here solution is freezed. In between, depending on the mole fraction of the solvent, the molarity of the solvent, freezing is observed. So this graph indicates what? The depression in freezing point. And this difference is what, tell me? Delta T F. Delta T F. What is depression in the freezing point definition? That also you can write here. You can in your notes. The difference in freezing point of pure solvent and that of the solution having non-volatile solute. When having non-volatile solute is called depression in freezing point. Notation delta T F. Okay. So now I go to the expression for delta T F. So expression for depression in the freezing point. Expression for depression in the freezing point. See, as usual, elevation in the boiling point, depression in freezing point is also proportional to molarity. It depends only on the number number of solute molecules. Depression in freezing point. Delta TF is proportional to polarity. Delta TF is equal to the proportionality constant is Kf into molarity. You tell me what is case? Where Kf molar depression constant, or it is also called cryoscopic constant. It is also called cryoscopic constant. You see, Kf equal to delta Tf. If m is 1 molar, then what is it? It is depression in freezing point. When 1 mole solute dissolved in 1 kg solvent. When 1 mole solute is dissolved in 1 kg solvent, so unit is also same. K. Unit is K. Kg per mole because solvent molarity is per kg. And what is m? M is molarity. Now, from equation 1, let me continue this. Delta Tf is equal to, like as I said, N2 divided by moles of solvent in kg. No? Moles of solvent in kg, that Kb Kf into N2. If you are taken in kg over N2, suppose if you are not taken in kg, for W1 mass of solvent, if N2 molar, then 1000 how much if you do, is it per kg, correct? For this much mass of the solvent, this is a mole, for 1000 how much? So now I have given you moles per kg. Work out this once again. Kf N2 can be written as W2 by M2 into 1000 divided by W1. So rearrange this. Delta Tf equal to 1000 Kf into W2 W1 into M2. Molar mass of solute is given by M2 equal to 1000 Kf into W2 W1 into delta F. Where W2 mass of solute, W1 mass of solvent. What are the other things? Kf molar depression constant. M2 is molar mass solvent. So this is about depression in the freezing point. So problems on diagram also you have seen. Problems on depression in freezing point you have to learn. So one problem if I work out, I think this completes another colligative property, that is depression in the freezing point. One gram of non-volatile solute dissolved in 50 gram of benzene. Dissolved in 50 gram of benzene. Benzene is solvent, it is liquid. consider this like that. Calculate molar mass of solute. Calculate molar mass of solute. This is the question. So how to work out this? Write the formula. M2 equal to 1000 kf into W2 W1 into delta TF. So directly everything is given. 1000 kf. What is kf? 5.12 kg per mole. 5.12. What is W2? W2 1 gram into 1 divided by what is W1? How many gram? 50 gram. 50 gram of benzene. 50 into 0.4. So 512. Am I right? 512. 5120 divided by, is it 20? 20. So the answer is, how much answer? 256. 256 gram per mole. This is the answer. Okay, so problem on elevation in boiling point, problem on depression in freezing point, I have worked out. Again here one homework I will give you, and with this 3 colligative properties we have completed. So write one homework for this question. Forty-five gram of ethylene glycol. 45 gram of ethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol is CH2OH. CH2OH is the formula. Okay, C2H6O2. C2H6O2 molecular formula is mixed with 600 gram of water. Is mixed with 600 gram of water. Calculate the depression in the freezing point. Calculate the depression in the freezing point. And also freezing point of solution. That means they will give you solvent. So what are the things you expected? Given Kf for water 1.86 kg per mole. Freezing point of water is 273.15 Kelvin. So this is the information given to you. All are given. Substitute and get the answer for this. First you find delta TF. Delta TF you work out. Then you write T1 naught minus T1. Delta TF equal to T1 naught minus T1. Then you will get the T1. Hope you do this. Note. See, you know delta TB equal to 1000 kb into W2. W1 into M. Delta TF equal to 1000 kF into W2. W1 into M2. So it means for the same amount of solute and solvent, you can do like this, that delta TB divided by delta TF. If you do, what will happen? So this will helpful to calculate entrance problems. So this is Kg by Kf because other things are getting cancelled here. Suppose if you are given elevation in the boiling point and these two are constants. I told you these two are depending on, here I written Kb and Kf depends on nature of solvent, they are constant. Then if delta Tb is given, you can find delta Tf and vice versa. This is also another very useful information. Think with this, we have completed three qualitative properties: relative lowering of vapor pressure, elevation in the boiling point, and depression in the freezing point, and the related problems also. Okay. So only one qualitative property is remaining. So this we will work out in the next class. Right.